I think it's very important, looking at a world where everything seems to be changing, to realise that some things aren't. The things that aren't changing are quality of service, demand for value, being nice to your customers, giving them what they want. In other words, very old-fashioned business virtues. What's new is that change is undoubtedly taking place much more quickly than at any period of human history. Change in products, change in what customers want from those products, change in technology, of course, change in markets. So I think that the successful company is the one that manages to keep its core values, to keep the general principles of running a good business, but actually also be tremendously nimble, to be very light on its feet. The core value, I think, is the T word. It's called trust. Are you trusted by your customers? Are you trusted by your employees? Are you trusted by your shareholders? All companies are going to make mistakes. Big companies are going to make very big mistakes. Providing they are trusted by their customers, by their employees, and by their shareholders, they will be forgiven for those mistakes, and providing, of course, that they're nimble in recognizing them and spinning themselves around as quickly as you can. But I think that the key thing is the T word. A company will know very quickly whether it's trusted by its shareholders. That's the markets will say, when there's a piece of bad news, do we downgrade this company, or do we recognize this as a blip? It's instant response. A company will know whether it's trusted by its employees by watching what they do. When there's bad news, do they start to walk? Do you lose key people to your competitors, or worse, do your key people go away and start up businesses on their own? A company will know whether it's trusted by its customers, by whether when there's some bad news, do they suddenly have a bad Christmas? We've seen in the retail trade what happens when companies, retail companies, start to lose the trust of their customers. They walk very fast. Change comes in many forms. There is technical change, of course. A new technology comes along, which not only enables you to develop a new product or a new service, but actually to communicate with your customers in a quite different way. So you have to be on top of technical change. I think that's probably the easiest thing to do if you are a competent, well-run company. Secondly, there's market change. There's change which comes from the fact that suddenly a market which has been domestic becomes international. Suddenly competitors come in from corners of the commercial forest that you never believed could possibly come in and bite you. And finally, I think, most difficult of all is cultural change. Cultural change within a company. We know that the old top-down command and control mechanism doesn't work very well. It works in a way, but it doesn't enable you to maximize the opportunities, how to get what you want to out of your cleverest employees. We're in a world where the main asset of any company is the brains of the people who work for them, the human capital. How do you extract it? How do you fashion that into products? How do you make money out of it for your shareholders? I think that's by far the biggest challenge facing any company now.